what does this picture actually say to you? Well, according to well-placed sources, basically, Harry and Meghan, this is a symbolism of we're winning, you know. As we now know, Harry's taken back over here in the British High Court regarding the battle with the Home Office. And of course, we've now, on cue, seen Meghan Markle striding out, sans makeup, but quite a lot of makeup on actually, and have to say, looking lighter than ever, some might suggest also. Not particularly Nigerian today, is it? But there you go. The reason for this picture, carefully crafted, of course, with a nice smirk to say, look, we're winning. Clearly, right now, as the time of recording this, both Harry and Meghan have refuted and refused to publicly denounce the boat that's called the British monarchy, so much distress, heartache, and upset, as you can imagine. But now what's interesting is this, you see, as they battle on for their security, and this is the reason why the smirkiness, and really, you know, people might suggest that they are so intensely disliked, is this. Let me explain. Hi, good morning, how are you? All right, thank you so much for joining me. Nice to have your company as ever. Now, this is fascinating, in fact, because if you were taking on a case about security and all that sort of stuff, one of the elements that you may wish to bring up were levels, of course, of why you so needed the security. Now, behind the scenes, let me tell you, is this. The reason why it's behind closed doors is that Harry's legal team have basically said that they need to discuss private matters regarding other security for other senior members of the British monarchy. That's the reason why. Clever move by that, obviously. But so far, one of the things that's not been drafted through into the court is this mega disaster. That's right, the catastrophic car chase earlier this year in the heart of New York City. Now, one might suggest that if you were looking for security, you would cite recent events of exactly why, how, and where it was so, well, frightening to be in that particular situation. Apparently, though, that's not the case. Now, one can only assume that they're basically looking at English side of things if they come over here to the United Kingdom, and this did take place in the United States. Others might suggest, yes, that of course this never truly happened. It was a stunt that Others might suggest, of course, that this was a stunt that never truly happened, spectacularly backfired, and more importantly, they became a laughingstock on the world stage. Hence the reason why, of course, the King's Counsel for Prince Harry cannot present this as a fact, because it was never concluded. As we told you recently, the New York City Police Department and, of course, the Mayor of New York have basically closed the case. They've put a line under it. They can't get any information. Harry's never submitted the alleged footage that was supposed to be so bad, and as ever, we have to say allegedly. And as we saw with pictures with Doria, Harry, and of course Meghan, they didn't look particularly frightened. The worst bit, though, for them was, of course, the New York cab driver, the yellow cab driver, who came out and said, no, it never really happened. Bottom line is, he called them out as liars on the world stage. So that's the true reason behind the scenes why this will not be presented at this particular point. And as ever, we have to say allegedly. This comes from an excellent source. So once again, when you look at the picture of Meghan smirking, quite literally, she and Harry truly believe they're winning in their quest to get exactly what they require and what they wanted originally from the British monarchy, despite the late Queen's wishes. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.